Is it good
Hello,
now?
friends. Welcome to the fourth episode of the Fuck All Fridays podcast. We're gonna pretend the
Oh,
last 15 minutes
we
of
want to
live didn't
die.
happen.
Oh,
I'm
look,
gonna
I'm here.
look. I'm just gonna be 100% honest. I'm gonna cut out the first couple minutes of that because OBS decided it wanted to kill itself. It didn't.
Should we do a
any
recap?
music, and apparently none of my friends in this chat, lovely people by the way, decided to check the stream beforehand. So
I
thank you
did.
all.
I did, but it sounded okay at first, and then I paused it because I didn't want to hear double echo, and my ears are hurting right now, and I might
Yeah,
get a
mine,
hospital after this.
my thing is terrible, so you would hear mine. So
I just got here.
Alright.
Yeah, I might be going to the hospital after this.
Yeah, I'm
So-
gonna literally kill myself. Anywho, I'm gonna
No, not for
I'm
that,
literally
because my
gonna-
ears are bothering me.
I'm literally just gonna cut the first 14-ish minutes of this off, anyways. But anywho, today we're
Should
going to
we
be
recap?
talking about. I don't know. We'll try to recap it. But basically, we're gonna talk about our thoughts. Hey, the stream's laggy as shit right there. I love this. But
this is a disaster.
yeah, it's going well. It was only a matter of time before things went to shit really fast. But I can't tell if that's just my computer being stupid or if it's just really fuzzy. But let's be honest, this is a podcast
it's fine.
one way or the other. Oh, so it's just my computer. It's a podcast, let's be honest. There's no biggie. I'll just, we'll go through this. Anywho, to recap basically what we talked about, the music is really that loud, is it? Hey, music, buddy? The music's literally at 1%, so I don't know what the problem is.
You can yanked.
Oh, let's just turn down the desktop audio. There we go. Alright, can you hear
That
them?
turns us down too,
Yeah,
right?
I'll turn you guys up. Can you hear them better,
Okay.
compared to us?
Hway, hway, hway.
I'm gonna
That's all.
I don't know.
I took her to my penthouse, then I freaked it.
It's not a qualifier blast stream without something going
There we
completely
go.
wrong.
Okay, anywho. To
Trust me,
basically...
a dragon would know.
To essentially recap what happened, we're talking about our thoughts on the Pokemon announcements, including Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Quest. We said that Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee are essentially a way of kind of integrating Pokemon Go fans into the Pokemon, regular Pokemon fans. It's obviously different, which isn't a bad thing, because of the fact that, obviously, for example, Breath of the Wild is completely different from any other, Zelda game ever, but is also actually one of their best. So, we basically said, Pokemon, you can do what you want. You can change, your way, your mechanics, I guess, is the best way to put it. It's on a new platform. It's to be expected. What are we supposed to do? Keep the exact same mechanics throughout the entire time Pokemon exists? You can't do that when you're going onto a Switch, which so much more potential.
Can I also point out this? The console is called the Nintendo Switch, and we've had so many changes in the way we play our traditional Mario and Zelda games that it almost feels like a switch to a different idea.
Exactly.
And it's so good. So why wouldn't this game be good?
I know. I'm not the most thrilled to Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. The only real thing is that it's 10 days beforehand, 1 year before it showed Dragon the plushie, but that's irrelevant right now. But honestly, ever since Black and White, I just look at every new Pokemon game as I won't judge anything by the trailers or anything. I'll just go in, pick up my copy, pop it into my console, and let's see what happens after a few hours.
Honestly,
Also, hi, Garcia Sonic.
That's a good way to do it.
That's literally what I've done every year. I'm like, so when people are saying, "Hey, you excited for this Pokemon?" I generally don't know what the hell most people are talking about half the time. And then by the time I get to the game, I'll get to the game and I'm there playing hours upon hours instead of doing my homework, like I should be. Sorry, Mom. I'm just there enjoying the game instead of having. I guess in a twisted way, I set my expectations low. So when eventually Game Freak blows me the frick back with their amazing game, I am even that much more excited instead of setting my expectations sky high, like what a lot of people seem to do nowadays.
Yeah.
You gotta know to set yourself It's like a mentality of like set yourself up for disappointment when you know this company is known for bringing barn burners of amazing games to you. Come on, it's Nintendo. There's a reason that Nintendo is still around, and it's not Sega versus Nintendo. Jab jab.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's Nintendo.
And like hopefully like some of the people who are like bashing it like can be more open minded about it because like it's kind of stupid.
I know, like what? We have one trailer? Isn't this exactly what this isn't this the same trend that everyone's been doing since 4S? Like
Yeah.
we get one trailer and everyone shits on it. One
Yeah.
trailer.
That's
Yeah.
the problem.
I mean,
is
to be
that
fair, ORS was hot garbage.
I personally liked Oros, but that's just
ORS is
because-
nice, but like, you can't introduce somebody to the series with
No,
ORS.
like
No,
don't
no,
even.
you can't.
Never try. Like honestly, my opinion is, never try to introduce it with a remake because the remake's never as good as the original. Well, actually, I guess Oros.
Debatable.
Just don't do that with Oros.
Still silver.
Heart Gold and Soul Silver
Yeah.
are amazing. Fire Red and Leaf Green are amazing. But Pokemon like Pokemon Oros, yeah, do never
How do
try
you
to
fuck up-
introduce somebody to that like the games with that because like I think Oros tried to stick to the original materials as loosely as possible. But that's like I kind of see it as they were adjusting to the 3D stuff. They had the Mega Evolutions, they had all this stuff, and like it just was, you know, what we could do.
Also-
what they could do.
Lottie twin halfway through the game when you would catch the respective Lottie in the post game. Just saying. You're gifted a free legendary halfway through the game.
I feel
Just
like
saying.
that was kind of like I don't know, like Oros. Don't
Whip
introduce
it,
it.
whip it, shiny Megastone.
Yeah, if you ever like want to get introduced to Pokemon, don't play Oros. Play Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald before you play Oros at any point in your life, and like that's kind of the moral of that story. But either way, with back to Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. Yes, this can be seen as a remake, but it's not. There's a big difference between like something that's like a remastered, a remake, or like I don't remember what the other one was. But, like,
Reboot.
yeah, like a reboot.
Reboot.
This is more of a reboot than anything else.
I think it's more of a. I don't think it's unjust to say it's a reboot as well, because it takes place in the same story of Pokemon. It's more of just.
Yeah.
It's like a part 2. It's like the Black 2, White 2
You
of
know
Red
what's
and
the most
Blue.
offensive thing ever though?
What?
I heard literally, and I shit you not, and this may sound offensive, like depending on people who like this show, but I actually saw somebody say that Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee are the Teen Titans Go version of Fire Red, Leaf Green, Red, Blue, and Yellow. And I
They
was
can
like,
try.
what?
That's pretty disrespectful.
Yeah, that's the most
That's
disrespect
yeah.
I've ever heard.
That's pretty terrible.
It's pretty fucked up.
Shoot them.
Because, like, honestly, I don't
They are not
understand how people can go from one trailer and be like, yeah, hey, this fucking shit. Like, no, that's not how this works, buddy. Like, you saw one trailer and you're gonna get all pissy about it? I think not. Get in line. Like, back up. I just don't get the mentality.
Well,
What?
did you just like eat soup on the mic?
I'm drinking
I just saw
soda.
these messages. What the fuck is this
Yeah, I don't know what's happening.
shit?
We're
Um,
out here drinking soda.
Yeah. it's okay.
Alright.
Just
I was
really-
drinking water. I don't know if that picked up in the mic, but
It was me
Well,
drinking soda. I slurp.
I slurp all day. I slurp. But, yeah.
Mr. Duxie.
Let's go Pikachu and let's go Eevee. Give him a fucking chance, Jesus Christ. We've had one
Yeah.
trailer. Literally, the thing was announced like at the beginning of the week, and there's already so much hate about it that it's like disgustingly annoying. So,
Yeah,
if we get
honestly.
another trailer and we get actual gameplay, you can slightly judge it more. But until you play the game yourself or see somebody else play the game, shut the fuck up. Like, well, okay. I don't mean to sound like a dick. Like, everyone can have their opinions, obviously. But if you're gonna shit on a game that much off of one trailer that had, what? Literally, most of the gameplay was you running around there was like 2 scenes of them catching Pokemon, and then there's one like 2-second battle scene, which the battle scene looked pretty cool if I'm being honest. Like the one thing I have is the multiplayer. I love it. I want it. But the fact that it showed you and whoever you're playing with double teaming one trainer is kind of like, like, I don't know if it was supposed to be 2-on-1 or if it was maybe like it changed to a double battle and then you fight 2 Pokemon and it was just that it was supposed to show that he only had 1 Pokemon left. But if it's a double team kind of thing, then it's not as fun. Like, it won't be as fun.
So like, you don't like people who don't want to get the game, like they don't have to. But like, if you don't, then don't hate on it so much. Like, it's just kind of annoying if you didn't play it.
Don't hate on it so much, and don't have the balls to sit there and shit on anybody who likes it. Because like, that's the one problem in the community, is that if you don't like something, like, you're not allowed to you can't allow other people to like it. And if you like something, there are the people who can't allow you to dislike it. Like, obviously that sounds stupid, like, and hypocritical coming from me because I shit on Gen 5 every day of my life. And like, I think I've made one joke about
Hashtag
like,
ULP.
yeah, no, not happening. But
no, that's for me.
Yeah, I know, not happening.
No, when I get back from Arkansas, boys, we're starting Pokemon White!
I'm gonna
Okay, sorry,
I'm
Nick,
gonna
continue.
copyright strike you because of that.
White
we
2
copy-
sleep block
Gen 5
when
is the definition
Can we
of
copy strike
garbage.
Franky?
White and White 2
Copyright
sleep
strike
block when Nick.
But like,
He's gonna kill us.
you know,
Before execution.
I'm never doing like black and white sleep block. I'd rather end myself. But either way, I shit on Gen 5. I don't think I've ever told somebody they're not allowed to like it. But even if I did, it'd be a joke. And I say it like once and then I'm done. Like, I'm done. And I would only say it to somebody I genuinely like know and like am friends with. So you never know. But I don't know. You guys have any opinions?
Like, that's just the internet for you. They don't really care about other opinions and take them into their minds.
All right. Here's my. I'm gonna throw. So, cause like, you know, Franky, you want to throw jabs. So like, I'm gonna throw a jab. At least when we got a throwback to old stuff, Sega, like, you know, aka Sonic Mania, the fans fucking loved it, and they fucking loved the first trailer. There was barely any hate as much as there is on the Let's Go series. But all in all, I think the Let's Go, you know, the Pokemon Let's Go hate is like more of like just like there's like the other like saying it's like, you know, feeding the Gen 1ers. When I think the game is actually experimenting for like fairly well. I like how it's going. It actually has made more people play Pokemon Go.
Me too. Honestly, I reinstalled the second I found out that Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu are going to be like allowing you to transfer mons from the games. I reinstalled Pokemon Go instantly. I wasted all of my Pokeballs catching an Illumise, and I have 0 regrets for it. But like, I genuinely like am willing to give Pokemon Go a chance. The whole reason I deleted it was only because of the fact that it drained my battery so much on my old phone. So like, I have no problems with it. It was just one of those things that I only played for like when I was bored. So I don't know, but like now I genuinely like am more interested in it. But people are always saying like, oh, Pokemon Go's dying. This game has been thriving.
I just
The game is
realized
dead ass
something too.
thriving.
I just realized something too, Nick. If you're done with your point yet, both the Switch and Pokemon Go are portable. And if the transfer process is instantaneous, what's stopping you from playing both games at the same time? Like you're chilling at a bus stop or something like that.
I think
that's a robbery waiting to happen. But
I honestly think that like, or like the way I'm gonna do it, like for when I get Let's Go Eevee, because I don't trust anybody who likes Let's Go Pikachu, and I'd rather give him a gun before I give him Let's Go Pikachu. When I get Let's Go Eevee, I'm probably gonna like before, like, you know, as of now, like also Like it's mean just to get other Pokemon that so I can keep them for later. So I get of course like I have a Bulbasaur because like it's the starter that you can get, but like
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to focus on other like Pokemon that we can get before that game comes out, so we can have them when we play the game.
Give me my
And that's a
fucking
smart
Pokemon.
thing. I think that's absolutely I think like it's like pretty damn smart on
Yeah.
Pokemon and Nintendo and Niantic's. Fuck, sorry.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. For
Yeah,
them
but-
to like
Yeah,
they implemented so I think it's interesting because like it reminds me of Pokemon Battle Revolution. Pokemon Battle Revolution is actually a pretty damn amazing game because you get to use it's like the Pokemon Stadium games on the N64, except you get to have all your Pokemon that you have, like from like your Diamond or Pearl or Heart Gold to Silver, any of them, and you can have them in the game and you can use them throughout the game.
Yeah.
And you're not like limited to like just 6. You have many, and I think
it's like
a
5,000.
lot of people are. You have not as much as you want. You have a PC limit on Battle Revolution.
I think it was
And that's why-
5,000.
I think it was 5,000. I think that probably was.
Yeah, it's something like that. You get an Electivire and a Magmortar with perfect IVs and neutral nature.
I forgot those were a thing, but I remember them, and it was like the best part of my entire life was getting them.
So, reminds me. So I think giving this also because like people say like, oh, it's so simple. There's gonna be like no competitive parts. Bullshit. There is gonna be competitive parts. Red and Blue, even though how simple it is and like in its battle system, still had a competitive like part in it. And
There's
especially
training in that game.
especially in this day and age, there will especially be some sort of competitive part in Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
and I think it's really great how they worked, how to connect, the Eevee or not the the Switch and the phone, and then also have the Joy-Con that's a Pokeball that also works for Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that.
I think this is a good thing because it'll also more than likely just legitimately get like the things that Pokemon Go promised to begin with, which was like the way you were supposed to battle was supposed to be like a regular Pokemon game, and like what was it? Trading was another thing like that we were supposed to get at the very beginning, but I don't know.
Is that a thing now or still now?
Wait, what?
Trading?
Trading isn't a thing yet. I don't like. Honestly, I really don't think CP is gonna be that big of a deal. Obviously, I know little to nothing about CP, and like the most I know or have been explained to it was on Twitter when I think it was I don't remember whose tweet it said, but like supposedly CP is just a way of like kind of showing overall like stats, I guess, which makes sense, but also like I see why it's confusing.
It's kind of like a power level, like in Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah. Power levels are bullshit. You already know that.
Yep.
Except in this one, the numbers matter.
Numbers!
Oh fuck! You might play that game a fuck ton. All right. Well,
Wait, how do we undo this? No, numbers.
Anywho, yeah.
I don't know what's happening.
Personally, I think that Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu are gonna be good games. Like, obviously, I understand the concerns. I see the concerns and I understand them. So, I don't know if it's gonna be a replacement of regular stats or if it's just gonna be a new weird way of them trying to like simplify the total stat, like the stat totals.
I think I've heard. I think I heard. I know. Okay, I understand now. I forgot who told me this. I forgot where I saw the source, but I'm pretty sure the way it's gonna work is that when you transfer Pokemon Go, you can raise.
Comment.
I know.
Yeah.
I saw that. It's good. So your level up, your level in Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee is gonna be different from your CP, but apparently in Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu, you can actually level up your CP for Pokemon Go. So like if you're more advocate for Pokemon Go, I think it can help you grind certain Pokemon in Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu, and then put them back in Pokemon Go if you prefer to have them on Pokemon Go. I'm pretty sure. I think that's how it works. I think maybe how Aiden explained it is actually true. How it's like a general base stat for everything. But since like CP is like the levels basically for Pokemon Go,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they don't get in the way of the levels normally.
I know Joe Merrick did say on Twitter that like CP is not relevant to stats, and that it's just an aesthetic representation of the Pokemon stats in a calculation, which could make sense because it does explain why like Pokemon with like higher CP aren't always as good as a Pokemon with a lower CP. It's the same thing as like a Pokemon at a lower level sometimes still being better than a Pokemon at that same Pokemon at a higher level. It's just like the level doesn't matter. It's the stats, like the way the stats are distributed and stuff like that. So I don't know. But
yeah,
I don't know. Like I honestly think that the CP won't be that big of a deal. I think it's probably like I can believe it being there just for like aesthetics, I guess, and to like kind of keep the Pokemon Go players familiar to what they have while also still keeping the levels. So maybe it's just there for aesthetics. Maybe it's like actually there to be like a genuine thing. We'll never know.
All right. So this is something I think when I was streaming a few hours ago, I told you, Nick, like I should probably save this for later.
Yeah.
This is not. I mean, it kind of has to do with Let's Go Pikachu. It's Let's Go Eevee. It has to do with rumors. It has to do with who's been spreading them and like what they said.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm surprised I've seen absolutely nobody talk about this. But so what one of the person who leaked or he said like that the rumor of Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee was true, right?
Yeah.
It was Emily Rogers.
Yeah.
So around February, she was also the one to talk about like how Smash Switch was going to be a thing and how she said it was going to be a port and that, or like it was not going to be an absolute port. It was going to be like a mixture of the Wii and 3DS with the new things. So like she said it was like half a port, half a new game. So I think if she's been right twice in a row, like she said that the game's going to be announced between E3, like before E3, to like March, and March we did get the announcement.
Yeah. So
I think that her she does have a little bit of like weight, and that I mean I'm not saying that she's like a 100% reliable source, always believe what the shit she says, but she hasn't been wrong. She has not been wrong yet. I think she got a few like launch titles for the Switch wrong.
Yeah.
But those were announced later, so she kind of got lucky.
Mm-hmm.
But I think she's still I think that's kind of pretty interesting that no one has talked about some of the past things she said that people said that weren't true.
Yeah.
Or that haven't even been confirmed yet, but are still not talking about.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of people weren't really giving credit. And there's also the fact that remember one of the real leaks that held pretty strong was released on what was it? 4chan on April Fool's Day.
Oh yeah.
And people were like, no way this is gonna happen. It literally point for point worked. Like everything that we saw was on that list. Not everything on the list was in the trailer, but everything that was in the trailer was on the list. So it's a little, it kind of brings in the idea of what can we trust nowadays? Obviously we can't just dismiss everything that just because it came out on April Fool's Day, because clearly, like, that was either done purposely or it was just a major coincidence. But one way or the other,
Nick, I'm gonna cut you off for just 1 second. It's
Right.
pronounced Franky. Get it right, punk. Continue, Nick.
all right. Anywho, but I don't know. I think that we need to kind of get the like idea of leaks can literally come from anywhere, and while we shouldn't always believe them fully, we also shouldn't dismiss them instantly.
Yeah.
I think I'm dying. Hold on.
Nick, you didn't give me the you didn't give me the
All right, guys. I'm the
YouTube.
new ruler of Fuck All Fridays podcast. Nick has died.
Nick is dead.
All right.
So fuck all Fridays are gonna be done like every 3 weeks.
Yep. Yep. Pretty much. 3
Is
weeks.
this what
Nick,
suffering
Nick,
feels
before
like?
you die, Nick, before you die, can you
Next
give me
time,
a mod back
procrastination.
on YouTube? Can you
What?
give me my mod?
What?
Give me my mod on YouTube. Don't
Did-
die.
I think I did.
No, it's not. What's that
Try
other
typing
dude?
real quick.
In the next 3 weeks from now, we're gonna be talking about
Previously in the
Bulbz
Fuck All
podcast.
Fridays podcast.
Oh my god, Nick is dying.
Stop dying, Nick.
Oh my god, he's fucking dead.
I was drinking and I inhaled the juice. So,
You drink.
anyhow,
What type of juice, sweetie?
I think it's fruit punch.
Oh.
It wasn't
Hey,
as good as
I-
I promised.
Honestly, like, that makes sense. Joking on Fruit Punch, I've actually probably joked more on Fruit Punch than anything.
It's so sad.
Oh, okay, I see.
Anywho,
So
I
sad.
kinda-
Can we hit 50 like?
Yeah, can we get 50 likes, boys? But anyways, that aside, numbers aside.
Damn it, Nick!
Anywho, I think now would be a decent time to move on to our next topic. If it's all right with you, boys.
Yeah.
All right. Well, next topic is still Pokemon. Still kind of leaky leaks, the good stuff. But anywho, topic number 2, my friends, is what are our thoughts on the beta of Gen 2 mons? For those of you who haven't seen them, I think I saved them somewhere. Let me add them to the podcast.
Yeah, actually send pics.
I think I saw some, but I was kind of confused when I saw them. Like, what is this for?
I'm gonna add them to the screen of the podcast real quick.
Wait, what are they
Oh,
for?
I'm gonna get strikes. Anyhow, hold on.
You have to add them to
It's
the
basically,
podcast.
Um,
Send out Imgur.
no, I'm
Send them on, like, put them on Imgur. India.
just fucking put them on the random. I think they're in my random.
Wait, what are they for? Like,
Basically.
Gen 2 beta months.
Hold on. Gen 2 leaks. Alright. Betamons. Pokemons. Betamon. That's a Digimon. Anywho. Essentially, it was just like old designs for some Pokemon. So, I'm gonna kind of put them in the podcast real quick.
alright.
There we go.
Because I saw them, like, these are kind of weird.
I don't know.
Oh
if this will-
shit! I almost accidentally blocked that dude.
Nope, it does not. Okay. Anywho. Essentially, they're just old, thingies, you know,
Catch
sprites.
that?
They're old sprites. I think this is the right thingy. Yeah. And there's a lot of new mons in it. And there's a lot of old designs for Pokemon. And, it was actually leaked a demo for Gold and Silver from like 1997 that was leaked and has these new Pokemon in it.
I mean, how's it taken almost someone 11 years to leak this bullshit?
Who knows?
Dude, it's actually, so, like, this reminds me, there's a canceled game where it took 10 years to, like, get out.
Pokemon Prism was a 10-year produced fan game that was then
Yeah.
given a cease and desist. Oh, and
Yeah,
Uranium.
it really do.
There is a 3D classic platformer game for Sonic that was supposed to be released around like same time Mario 64 and Crash Bandicoot was, but never was released. You can find an emulator of it, like of one of the engines that they were making for it, online.
Wait, what's it called?
Sonic
Yeah,
Extreme.
Yeah, I really do be like that sometimes.
It's pretty like there's actually like a lot of like assets on it. We know so much, but yet so little. But
Yeah.
there's a lot of information on it. I think it's crazy how underknown like certain games people like just not know of, and like after like talk with a few people who are in the game dev, like sorry,
Really, Tiger Boy?
the game dev scene. They talk about how like a lot of projects you just don't hear. Or like
Yeah.
how many content just goes under our noses.
Which is kind of sad, like when you think about it, because like honestly, a lot of these mods look fucking awesome.
They do. I saw
love
some of them.
The fact
Alright,
that
Nick,
the shelter.
For the visually inclined, or in this case, for the people who are not visually inclined, ergo me, what are some of the stuff in there? Some of the Pokemon in there?
For
Tell 'em in
reference,
Braille.
one of the Pokemon in there is literally just the shelter that's on Slowpoke or Slowbro and Slowking's head and tail.
Wow.
Literally, like, which would have been kind of cool considering like Slowbro and Slowking say it's a shelter, but it also looks nothing like a shelter. So it would kind of
Mhm.
explain it, and I don't know how it would work. I don't know if it would be like an evolution.
Or the fusion dance.
Yeah, or that. But like,
Or it could be a Remoraid scenario.
it could have been cool where I think it would have been kind of cool that if that's what evolved from Cloyster,
Yeah.
so Cloyster evolves into this thing, which would kind of make more sense to the
Or
whole
Cloyster.
idea.
Or Cloyster and like Slowpoke do the fusion dance.
Yeah, or that. You fucking freak. All right.
I love that.
One of the other ones
Now I can only imagine Squirtle watching this freaking Slowpoke and Shelter do the fusion dance.
Oh, no.
Someone animate that for me, like, and tweet it at
Honestly,
Lava Fire Blast.
But like honestly, a lot of these mons are pretty cool. They have beta designs for the legendary beasts, and like I love the legendary beasts, but Jesus Christ, were these disgusting. Like,
Yeah.
the Entei, Raikou, and Suicune we have now are 100 times, a million times better than these like old versions. They have, interestingly enough, they had Leafeon.
Huh.
Yeah, I saw that.
I mean, I think
I
it
thought
makes
was pretty
sense
cool.
because you have Vaporeon, you have Flareon, and you have this weirdo Jolteon just kind of standing out here. Where the fuck is the grass? So I guess that makes sense.
Sort of, I
Did.
suppose. They also had, there's this one evolutionary line that looks like the precursor to Hoppip, Skiploom, and, Jumpluff.
But they're in Gen 2.
Well, it's like old versions of it because they don't float.
Ah,
Like they actually hop, skip, and jump. Like it makes more sense to the phrase they're supposed to take from a hop, a skip, and a jump away. Or
also,
whatever.
Aiden just mentioned the fire and water starters. What's the dealio with them?
Oh, they're not there, right?
For what?
I heard that like for the beta sprites, they're not there, right?
Oh no, they're not. They're not at all. Also, yeah, Aiden's right. Old Bayleaf is the most disgusting thing ever. Because it doesn't even look anything like Chikorita or Meganium. And it's disgusting.
What about
Like,
what about my guys? Cyndaquil, Lava,
they were non-existent, from what I can tell.
Rip?
I'm gonna assume that they were originally completely different because it goes the Chikorita line, and then these two new Pokemon that look like they were fire and water types. So maybe those were the original ideas for the water and fire type starters. But either way, they do look kind of cool. But I also feel like you've got literally a fire Pikachu and a water Seal. So it's basically like kind of a pre-made, I guess you could say, Popplio. But I don't know. I like Popplio, even though people
Same.
shit on him all the time.
Maxie. Maxie's
Maxie is
around
my
plenty
guy.
of
The
people.
old Noctowl looks pretty cool. The best way I can describe it is it looks more like Hoot Hoot than Noctowl does. and it's still kind of round, but like more ovoid, I guess. And I don't know, it looks pretty spunky if you ask me. Also, my favorite part of this is the fact that originally Vulpix had a pre-evolution. Vulpix was going to be given a pre-evolution in Gen 2, but like that had 3 tails compared to, you know, Vulpix having 6 and then Ninetales having 9, which would have been kind of cool. And honestly, Vulpix looks adorable. Yeah, there were a lot of baby Pokemon that were originally going to be a thing. They have what I can only like assume to be something that would later inspire Huntail, because it basically looks like Huntail, but also doesn't have Clamperl and Gorbis along with it. So that's interesting. They also have what I can only like describe as a condom. And what I can only what I can only assume is like some kind of weird ass Ditto evolution. But it
Weird dead ass.
It literally looks like Ditto if he were to shave himself as if he were a condom. That's the best way I can put it.
Ditto's trying to protect himself, dude.
Yeah.
Ditto use protect.
They really
Right.
do be like that
Yeah, like
sometimes.
Ponyta was gonna have a free evolution. Growlithe was gonna have a pre-evolution. I'm assuming this is supposed to be a Meowth pre-evolution. The original Girafarig looks
Yeah.
awesome because, like, unlike our Girafarig that has a tail with a face, it's literally just another giraffe but black and white compared to the yellow and brown that Girafarig is. And its pre-evolution were 2 ghosts. I think they were called what, twins or whatever, and they're just connected together and then evolve into Girafarig, which looks super dope. Also, Politoed's old sprite kind of looks better than the Politoed we have now.
Politoed.
Politoed. It looks amazing. They created what I can only assume to be what
Chikorita.
Tyrogue was originally supposed to look like, and then what Hitmontop was going to originally look like. Hitmontop stayed true to it. Tyrogue majorly changed, as we can tell. Also, the original Mime Jr., Smoochum, Elekid, and Magby. Elekid and Magby look fine, but whatever the fuck I'm staring at for Jinx's pre-evolution is disgusting. It's somehow worse than Smoochum, which is saying a lot because Smoochum's the most like disgusting thing to walk the earth. And then there's Mime Jr., which is literally just an egg with a with Mime Jr.'s hat. That's what I can say. That's all I've got. Weepin' Bell looks like Victory Bell was gonna get a split evolution, like how Gloom got Bellossom. It looks like Weepin' Bell was gonna get something that's like Sunflora, but with Weepin' Bell's face, literally. Also, the Pinsir evolution looks dope as shit. I would have wanted that. It looks like it basically inspired either Heracross or Mega Pinsir, or a little bit of both. Oh yeah, also, yeah, Pichu is way better in the beta. It looks way better. We got what looks like would later inspire Licky Licky, because it's got its tongue out and he looks like a big boy. So there's that. And then there's also the original Blissey. And I love how the beta for Murkrow looks, because like Murkrow has his classic hat, like top hat. Well, this one literally has a witch's hat. And
Madam Fedora.
Saucy.
It's everything. Well, it's like a fedora, like top hat, something like that.
Oh no.
But like this witch's hat is the most adorable thing ever, and I absolutely adore it. But
It's
like,
amazing.
there's a lot of new Pokemon that were, you know, originally introduced or like to the beta, and I really do love all of them because they all look great, and I just want them all in my life. Like, if they were to ever become a thing, I wouldn't be against it. But
You kind of screw up Mega Evolution now. Or Pinsir.
sort of. But like, I feel like I'd rather have a regular evolution of Pinsir than a Mega, because then you can run better stuff on it than just a Mega Stone and stuff. And Pinsir would
Also,
definitely
if
be a
you
lot
like
stronger.
Pinsir,
Yeah, exactly. Then you throw an Eviolite on
immediately
Pinsir,
you.
everything would be over.
Honestly. Everything's over. Everything is just Pinsir.
Personally, I love Johto's Pokedex now, but this would have been obviously a lot better because it would have been a lot of new stuff. I gotta sneeze. Hold on.
I'm not gonna lie though, Johto's Pokedex is kind of just. It feels a little mashed up, honestly.
I don't
'cause
know.
there's
I
some-
kind of like it.
Yeah, I like it, but I'm not saying I dislike it. I'm just saying when I go through my living decks and I go through the Johto section, I'm like, this is Johto, man. This is kind of crazy.
Johto's
H.
pretty mixed because Johto, kind of like most of Johto's mons were just Pokemon from Kanto,
Yeah.
which makes
that's
sense
valid.
considering the like lore of the regions is they're connected and like only separated by Mount Silver. So
Yep.
like it kind of makes sense, and obviously a lot of Johto was like pre-evolutions and stuff like that, or like basically pre-evolutions and then a few evolutions. But
And a new type.
yeah, and then you got Steel and Dark type out of it, so I don't know. I kind of like it. I like Johto's
H.
Pokédex now, and this would have been obviously a lot better because it would have given us more opportunities. And I don't know, a lot of the scrapped stuff is actually better than the stuff we got. But I do agree that the starters look really bad, and the legendary beasts look like utter garbage. But other than that, like, they're pretty good. Like, I like them. I like how they are. I like how they look. They're very interesting, to say the least. But like, honestly, how would you guys feel if some of these Pokemon are later on introduced? Like Gen 8. What if they are introduced in Gen 8?
Wouldn't be too bad.
I don't. Maybe.
It would
This is
be
my only
interesting.
comment. This is my only comment, Nick. My Pokedex.
So like,
It would be interesting.
Oh yeah, the tiger thing is adorable, by the way. It's absolutely amazing. I love it.
I mean,
Cat.
they'd work.
That's the fluke
They
cat.
definitely would work.
Yeah.
However,
Like,
I believe that there are reasons why they aren't.
I can see why they aren't. Like, obviously, like, we'll never know. I can see why a lot of them were scrapped, but there were still a lot of good ones in there from what it looks
Yeah.
like. And I could imagine that most of the stuff that's scrapped was because of storage issues more than, like, them being stupid.
Yeah. But also, you could also say that that's also not the fact they did put first gen, or they put the counter region in the second gen games. So,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
but also, that's also a different factor because like that was Iwata's work. That was like not really that much of anybody's work. That was
Yeah.
his.
Purely
work.
him.
God rest his soul.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. What a god, honestly, though.
Oh, just with the tiger, that's amazing.
What a Chad.
The roly boy. It's
Yeah, actually, I like the Noctowl evolution though. I
Yeah,
think that should have
yes.
been a thing.
I mean,
Yeah,
if Quillfish has an evolution, that means I'd have another. That'd be an extension of a joke I have with a friend. That'd be hilarious.
Dude, these are so cool.
Also, if you like Quillfish, Jesus.
Honestly, they look super fucking amazing. I like the old Noctowl better than the one we got, which is like, I love Noctowl with all my heart, but this one just looks better just because
He
it
looks
so
pretty fucking saucy.
Hoo-hoo is an absolute unit.
Hoo-hoo is basically what Toucannon reminds me of, because like Toucannon, the second it evolves, looks like he's ready to fucking destroy your life. Oh yeah, pre-Kingdra looks pretty awesome, but I see why
A lot
they
of
got
these
rid
are
the-
actually absolute units.
Yeah, I see why they got rid of the hands thing. It makes sense, because like it out of nowhere grows hands, which is kind of
Hey,
weird. But then you also
He's
think
trying
of
to throw
Dratini,
hands.
The Dratini line. I bet the old Kingdra could have
tiger-
been a pseudo legendary.
The tiger's definitely an absolute unit as well.
The Tiger's a unit. Hoo-hoo is a unit. Old Kingdra is a unit.
What's a unit?
An absolute
A
unit. A god.
unit.
It's
It's just a unit.
Yeah, we can't really explain the things we say. I'm sorry.
Everything we say, we just say because we talk out of our ass. But
I just want to know what a unit. Like, do you mean like it's part of the squad?
there's literally no explanation as to what a unit
It's
is.
an absolute unit.
I'm not even like, we're not saying this just to be dicks. We're literally, there's no explanation. It's
We
just,
don't know.
there's
we
no
just
way
say
to
it.
define it. Probably Urban Dictionary could.
Like we just look at things and we're like, yep, that's definitely an absolute unit.
Yeah.
Like if there was a question on a test about like why is this an absolute unit, like you couldn't answer it.
Like, like if you're sitting to see the personified version, like of me and MIR's money match that's on YouTube, which you guys can all watch, you'd say that's an absolute unit.
Is that when you kicked ass?
Yeah, that's when I kicked ass and I got $5.
Oh yeah.
That's on YouTube too. So
Yeah.
when I feel down, I just watch that and I feel good.
Yeah, but a lot of these are definitely absolute units.
Oh my god.
The new Ledian is. I mean, I like Ledian actually, if I'm being honest.
I want to see
It's
Lydian.
just literally the most
Buggy
garbage
boy.
mon ever. Ledian's like, I love Ledian as a mon, but it's so
Oh my god.
fucking horrible.
Holy shit, new Lydian's woke.
Like I salute anyone who can play through a Pokemon game, a Nuzlocke even, using a Ledian. I tried with the Soul Link. I'm pretty sure like we got to where I had a Ledian, and I swear to God, it's just not possible.
I don't know about you guys,
Literally,
but that
its
older.
stats-
That
No.
I don't know about you guys.
Reference, Ledian's base stat is like for attack is 35. Literally the only two things that are over 60 in its base stats are its special defense at 110 and its speed at 85. Like, it's a bad mon, but I love it.
Older Lydian is an absolute unit, and that's all
I was
I'm
gonna say, is it an absolute unit?
The prototype for Girafarig looks fucking awesome though. I like that over what we got, to be honest with you.
This looks like horse, cat, dog.
Literally cat dog, but still just
A giraffe.
I know,
But an absolute horse.
but an absolute horse. Like an Okapi.
Ab-
What?
What?
What do you mean what? It's an Okapi. Never heard of an Okapi before? Look it up.
No.
I don't
Everyone-
speak Spanish.
Everyone right now look up what an Okapi is.
Yeah,
Corn.
I've seen the Remoraid thingies.
Oh, why is it
Kind
showing
of-
sass to me on
It
Google?
looks like a
Images?
water gun.
It's
What a
spreading.
thought. Okay, not gonna lie, its legs are looking pretty saucy. Like it has like it looks like it has like knee highs.
An
Like,
Okapi-
yeah.
An Okapi always is
Oh.
wearing thigh highs.
Yas.
Aiden, that's a fact. It really does make sense.
Yas. Like that's my idea of like looking at Okapis. They look pretty saucy.
Wait, how do you spell it?
OKAPI. The first one, it was literally just looking back at the camera showing its ass. I was like, what the fuck is this?
There's one of it licking. Yeah.
You want to continue that?
No. Hey, there's a picture of them mating too. This is getting really out of the PG brain that we're supposed to be.
Are you trying to say fuck all Fridays is ever supposed to be PG?
Yes.
Aiden,
The name is irony.
The name is what?
comedic irony. Okay.
family friendly.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Heck All Fridays.
Welcome back to Foop All
Half.
Fridays.
Welcome back to Frick All Fridays.
Welcome back to
All.
Fridge All Fridays.
Welcome back to Absolute Unit Fridays.
Welcome to
Like
Welcome back
Arsenal
to
Fridays.
Florida Kids All Fridays.
Welcome back to
Welcome.
Fat.
Welcome to the Mix Into Your Life. We're doing
Welcome to the last
Fuck All
minutes of your life.
We're doing an in real life metronome battle and talking about.
Literally, this
Right.
needs to end.
Numbers. I'm tired. And my
No.
ears.
Numbers. I forgot Duck was in here.
Fridays. Duck is here.
I think we're just like going insane.
It's because
Yeah.
we're tired, and in that first 13 minutes, what made us all hate life because it was all dead air.
That's honestly a big fact.
Yeah, it's a big fact. Let's talk about how Cleffa used to look, dude. Because literally, I don't know.
That's a fact.
I like how the podcast now showed up and there's like the condom at the bottom.
Yeah, I just
Absolute
I
unit.
brought the podcast back into light.
I mean, like it has its mouth like.
Literally, look. Okay, yeah, Baby Paris is actually just my soul. It literally, I don't know what to do. It's just so adorable.
Absolutely.
That's an absolute unit.
God damn it, Bulbz.
It is.
Legitimately,
It is an-
just God.
Why were they all absolute units?
Everything's a unit if you try hard.
The next Pokemon game, Gen 8, Pokemon Absolute Unit.
I swear,
There's
one of you
Pokemon
better
Abs-
nickname your
Edition.
one of y'all better nickname your starter Absolute Unit.
There's me Pokemon Absolute and Pokemon Unit.
Oh my god.
Yo.
One game is Pokemon It Really Do, and the other one's like that sometimes.
Oh, I got Katie to say it'd be like that sometimes the other day. So
Really?
Amazing.
she was super tired in the morning, and I had asked her how she slept, and she was like, "Well, I slept all right, but I had a headache." And I was like, "Oh, well, that sucks. Like, hopefully you get more sleep." And she was like, "Yeah, but you know, it'd be like that sometimes." And I was just like, "I really hope that was a joke." And she was like, "What?" And I was like, "You just said it'd be like that sometimes." And she literally, like, I'm pretty sure I could hear her screeching from the UK. I did not. Like, she like, screamed. Like, not even joking, screamed. She's got, if she watches the podcast, Katie, if you at any point watch this podcast, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to bully you. I promise.
I'm not sorry.
bullying you.
Katie,
I'm
it
not
really
sorry
like-
for you always saying it really do be like that sometimes.
I apologize.
I'm the one who spreaded
I
it.
apologize for her thinking I'm bullying her, but I don't apologize for saying it.
I've left my mark on this community, and I'm glad.
I'm
Left a lot
just
of marks.
here to
society.
I'm just here to be a friend who won't be murdered by you, please.
I left a mark on the society that we all live in. Whoa.
What society?
We live in a
Clint.
society.
A society.
We live in Clint society, damn it.
Anywho.
Oh
You
wait.
don't live in my society.
Oh, I'm sorry, Clint. I forgot to shut your society down.
Oh hey, those look like my the one that's standing literally like looks like Dynacap does, which is like unfortunate. Which update on the whole fan game thing? I don't think I've touched it since the first episode of the whole making a fan game thing. We'll get to it eventually, I promise. And by that, I
You
mean-
need to have a trainer say when they lose, they say, "I lost." It really do be like that sometimes.
Honestly, the game will be done by like 2025. Really. Like,
I'll be in the dead fuck middle of grad school. Thank you, Nick.
Start it at night. I'll start it in 2025. Like, that's literally it. But anywho,
You're gonna make this Baldi's basics. You make it in 2 weeks.
yeah, pretty much. But like, anywho, that's an absolute unit right there, Clinty boy. That is a
Let
unit.
me see.
That is my absolute unit. Anywho, we're
That's
all
Nick.
tired as shit, and I think it's
Wasn't
probably
blocked.
best we end the podcast here before it gets bad. So, thank you all for watching. Before this gets published on YouTube, I'm probably going to go through and cut out the first like dead air 15 minutes. So I apologize for that, but thank you all for showing up. Thank you all for participating. Hopefully we'll have a decent topic tomorrow. Hopefully, or not tomorrow. Next week, maybe Olivia will actually join next episode. Probably
God
not
damn
join
it.
her. But either way, with that, we're going to be getting out of here. Thank you all.
He's
for showing
1
up.
hour away.
1 hour away. Literally 1 hour away. But with that, we're out of here. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you do smash that like button. If you want to see more, make sure you subscribe and get spotted right in that PC party. Share it with your friends. Follow me on Twitter at
Spam E in
PCBloodMaster.
chat.
Spam me in chat right now, right here, right now, right there, and put it in the comment section down below. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I am PCBloodMaster, and we will see you guys next time.
E.
Peace.
E.
E.